Jury in Adams County convicted a man today in a drunk driving crash that killed a woman and a Commerce City police officer.
9 News reporter Colton Chavez is here. And Colton, you spoke with that officer's father after the verdict.
Yeah, that's right, Kim. And he told me his whole family has been waiting for this ruling to happen for a long time. For context, it happened over 4 years ago, and he says it changed their lives forever.
We decided very, very early on to be thankful for what we had versus angry about what we lost.
It's a decision that Kurt Holland's father, Carl, says never got easier.
But my grandson was 8 months old. He had just called Kurt his daddy the week before.
Carl says those memories were still fresh in his mind throughout the trial.
Unless you've went through this process, there's really no way to describe what it's like when you hear the verdict. There's just not. There's so many emotions involved.
Prosecutors say Rosales-Cano was driving drunk with a blood alcohol level nearly 4 times the legal limit when he lost control of his truck on Highway 2. They say he went off the road and hit 2 cars, killing Francesca Dominguez and Detective Holland. Carl says the trial may be over, but
I wouldn't describe it as justice. I would describe it simply as a degree of closure.
The closing of a chapter, but never the memory of his son. He says he remembers Kurt as the little kid who dreamed of serving in law enforcement just like his dad.
But he would say, someday, Dad, I'm going to have a badgie truck like Dad's because I drove a little utility vehicle.
Carl says of all the memories, it's these that will help his family move forward.
The thing of it is, when we grieve a loss, what I think we have to keep in mind is there is a future if we choose to have a future.
Driver Fructuoso Rosales-Cano was convicted of vehicular manslaughter and driving under the influence with prior DUIs. Now his sentencing is set for January 9th. Colton Chavez, 9 News.